Hello guys, today we are going to discuss about what is index clustering. Okay, basically what is clustering actually? Breaking down a data set into different data sets, right? This is just an example. And in Splunk, why the index clustering is used. Yeah. For example, this is your Splunk enterprise. Okay, and in this Splunk you are using the indexer, and this indexer using some peers. Okay, let's add 3 peers and add one search head. Okay, this is the indexer, this is the peers, and this is the search head. Okay, and this is the instance, like Linux or Windows, whatever it is. These instances are used to forward the logs to the Splunk, right? This instance is forwarding the logs to the indexer. This indexer is used to configure the logs. For example, these instances are releasing the logs in the different types. For example, secure logs, sys logs, and authentication logs. These logs are collected by the indexer, and this indexer was going to give all the peers. These peers are collecting the logs and sharing the logs. Why these peers are sharing the logs? Because the availability of data, and whenever you search from the search head, these search head are going to search in these fields, these peers. For example, why we are creating 3 peers here? Let's see. For example, if you created only one peer, okay, this is one peer. If it is crashed, what happened? That's why we are creating 3 peers to data availability, and 3 peers are sharing the data, like sharing the logs from the indexer. Okay, let's see why bucket are being used and what type of buckets are here. Okay, this is one bucket, and this is one bucket, and this is one bucket, and this is also a bucket. Okay, let's see. This is hot bucket. Okay, this is like warm bucket, and this is cold bucket, and this is frozen bucket. Okay, this is the life cycle of a buckets. For example, where the piece of logs is stored, indexes, right? In the previous video we demonstrate how storage will be allocated for a particular index. If the index reached its limits, for example, the limit was 500 GB, the limit was reached 450 GB, it tells the indexer this is going to be filling up. What should I do? It will pour some logs to the warm bucket. It will give some logs to the warm bucket. Okay, now it's being empty. For example, if you are search anything in the search head, it will give the new configured logs. Okay, this is how the bucket works. And whenever the warm bucket is also filled, this is going to give in the cold bucket. Okay, what if I search anything in the search head, it only takes from the hot bucket. For example, if you want 1 year previous logs, I think this is not going to be give as a result, because it can be archived. Okay, and also one more thing here, why the buckets are being used and why the 3 levels. Okay, this is going to be important part. Okay, let's see how many members going to give the answers. Why the buckets are being used? Yes, because of the backup. This is also act as backup. Okay, yeah. The summary here is, this is instance, this is indexer, these are all peers, and this is search head. Okay, the instance giving the logs to the indexer, and the indexer equally shares the logs to the peers. So this is going to be availability of data. Then next, whenever you search here, it will take the logs from the hot bucket, because the latest configuration logs going to here. So whenever if the particular this peer is crashed, these two peers act as a mastering role. For example, this peer acting as master, if this peer was crashed, these two peers are going to help. In this way the peers and the master and the search head and the buckets are going to work in the background of the index clustering. So this is the video about index clustering. In the next video we will discuss about how to configure this index clustering in Splunk. Okay, if you like this video, like, share and subscribe.